yeah, you're good.
Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, joined by my co-host, my friend Matt, and he is back with another Chicago Bears game recap. Obviously, he couldn't make it last week because he was busy, but yes, he's obviously happy that his Patriots won at the last second against the Houston Texans.
Yeah, and I wasn't busy last week. I was sick.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were sick. I totally forgot.
Yes, and again, if you guys see my eyes appear to glance up, I am a big Red Sox fan, and we are tied 4-4 in the top of the ninth right now with the Rays. And going in the bottom of the ninth, tied 4-4. Red Sox are up to bat. Let's go. Here we go.
Anyways, we're not talking about MLB playoffs, but I guess if you want to care, if you know. But as of this, we're talking Chicago Bears football, and the Chicago Bears defeated the Las Vegas Raiders 20-9 in a, I guess you can say, an old-fashioned type of game for the Bears. Really not much on offense other than running the ball and just great defense, to say the least. As for the Las Vegas Raiders, let me just say this. Every time they've looked over to Derek Carr, this man looked miserable. Like, he actually looked miserable. Like, he didn't want to be there. Like, after the game was over, he threw the football up to the crowd. And I know he probably don't want to say, you know, to his boy, Khalil Mack, like, you got the better of us this time. But hey, I'm happy because it makes up for the dumb loss we had back in 2019 when we got ramrodded by the damn Raiders. Anyways, the Bears won today, so I'm happy, but I still am having pause to concern, mostly from the standpoint, like I said, on offense, the game did not look pretty at all. It did not look pretty at all. First half, first two drives, we absolutely sucked. Fields didn't look really unsure, to say the least. He was very, I guess you could say, lackadaisical, kind of just, I would say, all around, like he wasn't taking his time. Mostly because the pressure was getting there and everything, and he was kind of making some rash decisions. But then one drive, the one drive where we scored the touchdown, let's just say we get a few helping from the referees with a lot of penalties on that drive with the Raiders kicking themselves in the foot. And Justin Fields manages to score his first NFL passing touchdown to Jesper Horsted. Now, if you know who Jesper Horsted is, well, he's the fifth string tight end. Now, again, I'm just going to say this, mentioning. We have Jimmy Graham, who we brought in last year for like 10 mil. Why are we throwing to our fifth string tight end before Jimmy Graham? Oh, wait, that's right. We don't use Jimmy Graham because this offense, it doesn't prioritize around Jimmy Graham, which we shouldn't be using Jimmy Graham anyways. It should be the Cole Kmet development show, which I still barely see Cole Kmet. He made a great catch late in the game, I will say that. But okay, we're throwing to a fifth string tight end. Again, I'll take the touchdown. It's a nice pass by Fields. And great catch by Jesper Horsted, who made a very contested catch. But they got in, and I'm just wondering, why are we continuing to pay Jimmy Graham when, I don't know, we could have just cut him this past offseason, save some cap space, and use that for some offensive line play? Don't know why. Speaking of the offensive line on offense, they were, I would give them a D- or a D+ at least, being generous. Listen, the one thing that's been the talking point is, Fields can't start because you don't want to get him killed. Well, he didn't really get killed in this game. He took some fucking shots. I'll say that. And credit to Justin Fields. He's a tough-ass dude, but he took some damn shots. Listen, I'm just going to say this. If Darnell Mooney, who I love Darnell Mooney, but if he is blocking harder than your own offensive line can block, that's an embarrassment. You're telling me a 5'11" guy, probably 180, 90 pounds, maybe 200 pounds, can block better than 300-pound men? Listen, this offensive line is getting me sick with just what they do I'm getting sick and tired. Again, I think they play all right, but they can play better. And then again, it's the damn scheme. So yeah. In terms of the Justin Fields assessment, again, I'm gonna keep it honest. Personally, I thought Fields was fine. He was all right. He wasn't a stone cold killer. I personally prefer his performance last week compared to this week. I thought he just played fine. He didn't put the Bears much in trouble. He didn't put the ball in bad spots. I thought at first he kind of got antsy, but when he got into a groove a bit, he moved the field ball down the field. But then again, he didn't get much opportunity because mostly the Bears were running the ball really good this game. Khalil Herbert and Damian Williams, who were stepping in for the injured David Montgomery, did a great job. I don't know if you want to put up their stat lines, but
Herbert had 18 carries for 75 yards, and Williams had 16 for 64 with a touchdown.
Yeah, they were really freaking good this game. And if they're going to be productive in the time for David Montgomery going to be out, then that's much needed stuff in the running back department. So I definitely like that. And that's again with a very weak offensive line. In terms of the receivers, I thought they were fine, but again, they didn't really get much of a chance. Good thing I saw is that they were blocking pretty good. But yeah, that's just me. I'll get into the play calling and my thoughts on that in a bit. But what did you think of the Bears offense and Justin Fields' standpoint?
I think he did what the team asked of him, and like as a rookie quarterback, that's all you can ask. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't put the ball in harm's way. He didn't force it out. I feel like he didn't force the ball, like if it wasn't there, it just wasn't there. He didn't try to make anything spectacular. And like, that's big, I think that's the way the Bears can win with him is, they don't, it helps with a quarterback and any quarterback, not just him. But I think, when you have a solid run game, your defense plays well. And like, all they're asking him to do really is don't turn the ball over and just connect on third down. And I think he did that well enough to win the game. That line, 12 of 20, 111 yards, touchdown, 0 interceptions. I mean, I don't think that's bad at all, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's just fine. It's fine play by him. Justin Fields did have some great throws, especially at the end of the game on the key drive after the Raiders scored to make it a 14-9 game. Justin Fields, it was a 3rd and I believe 14, I think, literally. And when I say the Raiders are bad, they're bad. The Raiders come out in a defense where I believe they're rushing 3. They have damn near a 5 to 6 man line of people on the first down marker where the first down's at. It's essentially a line of people. And it's like, okay, it's kind of a barrier. Don't let any receiver get past the first down marker. And lo and behold, Darnell Mooney gets in between a backer and I believe a DB, finds a little crease. Justin Fields sees him right then, throws a dart and hits Darnell Mooney to pick up the first down, which was a very big first down pickup. So that was a big boy throw by Justin Fields there. And then Justin Fields made another big throw to Cole Kmet to put them in the red zone and stuff like that. And at that time, it was like, oh, God, the Raiders are definitely going to lose. Again, I find it more funny at the standpoint that the Raiders legit had a whole line on the first down. And they still allowed a completion. Suck, man. Well, with John Gruden in hot water as of now, I don't think they're going to be very too happy. So, yeah. Now, in terms of the play calling, I'm just going to be honest. The play calling I thought was sus as fuck. What the hell was that? In some cases, I saw elements of Bill Lazor calling plays. But 9 out of 10 times, I knew the Clown Prince of Chicago just couldn't get out of his own way. And the phrase every Bear fan loves to say, I know Lance Briggs, freaking one of the best Bears linebackers in Bears history, always loves to say, Nagy's going to Nagy. And Nagy sure as hell Nagy'd. I don't care what you say. Yes, were there some cases Bill Lazor called plays in this game? Yes, I could tell the Bill Lazor called plays. But don't come crying to me saying Bill Lazor was conservative this entire game. No, MFer, Chicago Bear fan. you need to realize Matt Nagy was calling half of those plays too. And I could definitely tell. And I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest if Matt Nagy was calling the plays in the entire second half because the Bears couldn't move the ball absolutely whatsoever. What did I say before? And I'll say it again. Matt Nagy needs to step away from the play calling and just be the head coach.
I don't know if they would switch coordinators. You think they switch coordinators halfway through a game, or you think Nagy would just just say, "Oh no, we're not going to run this play. We're going to run that play."
Well, Matt Nagy in his press conference says, "Well, everything goes through him." So I guarantee you, Bill Lazor was saying, "I think we should run this," and Nagy was like, "No, it's going through me. Let's run this."
Okay.
I'm guessing because they're on the headset.
Yeah, I just know the quarterback. I think at like 15 seconds it turns off or something.
Yeah. And then two, Matt Nagy had the play sheet in his hand. So don't come saying Bill Lazor was calling, huh?
The head coach should always have the play sheet in his hand.
Personally, listen, last week he had no touch of the play sheet. I did not see a play sheet in his hand last week. This week, he had the play sheet in his hand. Leads me to believe that he was calling plays. There were several plays he was calling plays, and you can tell it was obvious. For example, when it was like, I think the last drive of the game for the Bears before they kicked the field goal to go up 20-9. One of the dumb dick plays the freaking Bears run is, okay, Justin Fields, we can use Justin Fields with his feet. Smart. Okay, that's fine. Why are we running quarterback power?
Yeah, you're going to get him killed. Do some option where he has to read, where he has a clean place to slide and not quarterback power. That's a Cam Newton type play.
That's what I literally made the tweet. I said this in my tweet. Why are we running QB power with Justin Fields? He's not Cam Newton.
Yeah,
you run that, and then two.
Exactly. It says if you're gonna run Fields, run him using the RPO, not quarterback power. He is not Cam Newton.
Yep.
Right,
and
he is. Don't get him additional shots he doesn't need to take.
Yeah, and guess what? They barely run the read option with him. They barely do. I don't know why Matt Nagy's against running the RPO, but don't know why. Don't care, to be honest. But okay, we're running QB powers. I think I saw that twice in the game. The first time they did that in the red zone, didn't work. They tried to do it again late in the game, didn't work. And then second, why are you running the QB power to the short side of the field?
Maybe to get him out of bounds is what I was thinking, honestly.
At this point in the game, they wanted to kill as much time off the clock as they could.
I know. I just thought maybe they were trying to get him as less field as he can to possibly get someone coming full speed ahead at him, maybe.
No, they were just trying to kill clock. Why not run into the long side? Why the short side? Because you run to the long side, maybe Justin Fields breaks it open. No idea there. Another play call that was very damn obvious that you could tell it had Matt Nagy implements, which was the fact that I believe it was a running play, and you had it to where you had the linemen blocking to their to really the strong side, which is to their left. Why are you blocking to the strong side on the left? And when the play is snapped, you had Max Crosby essentially against a receiver who is 5'10", 5'11", Damian Byrd, former receiver of the Patriots, and essentially
Damari Byrd. It's Damari Byrd.
Oh, Damari Byrd, yeah. But you had him one-on-one trying to block Max Crosby, who is a defensive lineman, not a DB, a defensive lineman. And that play was blown up. What type of scheme was that? Again, I'm going to say this, and I'm saying it before, and I'll say it again. This scheme the Bears run sucks. And when Matt Nagy's play calling this scheme, the Bears suck. Now, the Bears scored 20 points, but I'm just going to be honest. A conscious person would see that 20 points ain't going to beat the Green Bay Packers. It's not going to beat the Green Bay Packers. I'm just going to tell you that. And trust and believe, Aaron Rodgers is going to put more points on the board than the measly-led Derek Carr Las Vegas Raiders.
I can agree with that.
So and they play the Packers next week. So they better put the ball into the end zone and actually score some points. And let me just tell you, I could easily tell too. I think Matt Nagy play called the entire second half because the offense was anemic. It was terrible. It wasn't moving the ball whatsoever. It was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. They couldn't even score off a damn interception. Look, I'm done. They can listen. The offensive line needs to play better.
You're talking about the offense capitalized off an interception, you mean, right?
Yeah, they didn't capitalize off an interception. They went 3 and out.
Okay, yep.
They went 3 and out. 3 and out. Bears defense got in a pick, 3 and out. And and then one more play before you get over to defense. So the last 2 runs we ran with Khalil Herbert, run really good power runs. It's 3rd and 1. Okay, you just give it to him yet again. Here's what I could tell. This is Matt Nagy and his little cute bullshit play calling. He runs a fullback dive to Damian Williams, stopped at the line. What are we doing? What are we doing? This guy, you can't pull me one bit around this clown Matt Nagy. Don't sell me Bill Lazor was being conservative. No, that's Matt Nagy. And Matt Nagy's problem with this, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know why he has this idealistic thinking. He coaches to lose. He coaches scared to lose.
Did you want him to throw the ball there?
No, I'm cool with him running on a 3rd and 1. Don't make it a fullback dive. No, just run it up the middle with your running back. He gets a head start anyways.
Fair enough.
My thing is in the second quarter, when I felt like the Bears needed to take shots down the field, they didn't do that. They didn't. I'm just going to be honest, plain and simple. I think the Bears could have taken a few shots. And when they did, guess what? The Raiders PI'd them many a times. Why are we not doing that? Oh, wait, that's right. Matt Nagy likes to run 7-yard hitch routes. He doesn't like to take shots. I'm getting sick and tired of this Matt Nagy offense. And
I think honestly, not all of them, most of the calls were geared toward Justin Fields' strength.
We'll see what they do next week. I am still not a believer in Matt Nagy's offense. I still think Bill Lazor needs to call plays. But again, I told you, Bear fans, I would not be shocked if Matt Nagy takes back play calling duty in some hand because he's a selfish bastard. And he does not want to have somebody else get the credit for his side of the ball. He apparently knows the most, which I said apparently he knows the most. And he just can't give credit where credit's due. You had his former coordinator, Chuck Pagano, who dipped out of town, who quote-unquote retired, but he was fired because guess what? He was one of the scapegoats from last year's team, which, again, I won't say this. Chuck Pagano was not a good defensive coordinator for the Bears, but he was definitely a scapegoat. He was on the Pat McAfee this past week telling Matt Nagy to shut up. Your former defensive coordinator, so clearly I know Chuck Pagano never liked Matt Nagy to begin with. Anyways, speaking about the defense, let's get into defense because defense, they balled up. They were great. The defense gets the revenge game, and they literally locked up the Las Vegas offense with utter ease. Now, let's be honest. Las Vegas did no favors themselves. They just had too many penalties. They had a drop, like a wide open receiver dropped the ball. And I'm like, wow. They're just dropping passes. Okay, we're just going to kill ourselves in the foot. Now, I don't know. Maybe this is a response to saying John Gruden, F you. I don't know. But they definitely were not. The Raiders did not play good. They were clearly affected by the Bears. The rush for the Bears definitely got home. Khalil Mack absolutely feasted on his former team. And there was a rumor that the Raiders were looking to trade for Khalil Mack in the offseason.
Trade back for him?
Yeah.
Really? That's weird. That's
yeah. So Khalil Mack, he showed up his boy Derek Carr. He got to Derek Carr one time and he was talking all sorts of smack in his face, which was very entertaining to see. Robert Quinn was great yet again. I'm just utterly stunned the fact that Robert Quinn has been good for the Bears this year. I thought the front seven was good. I thought Roquan was good to an extent. Secondary, honest to God, I still think sucks. They got away, like I said, with a few drops the Raiders had. And then I just think they just didn't do the best. They were okay, but they didn't do the best. Linebacker-wise, Danny Trevathan, bless you.
Sorry. Red Sox got it. Stop. Sorry.
You're good. What is it? The Danny Trevathan came back off IR, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Danny Trevathan looked good at all in this game. And I question from the standpoint, why do we have Danny Trevathan playing when one, he's way too old, and then two, Alec Ogletree is just flat out better at this point. I prefer Ogletree over Danny Trevathan. It's honestly, too, more insulting because Danny Trevathan's wearing number 6. And Bear fans know who was number 6 on this team. Jay Cutler. What the hell are you doing wearing Jay Cutler's number? Now, listen, I'm no Jay Cutler fan, but come on. At least take off his number. Good God. It's the same thing how I feel about Damian Williams wearing Rex Grossman's number, but Rex Grossman sucks, so I don't really care. And Jay Cutler sucked, too. But it's Danny Trevathan. What was your assessment of the defense?
I think the Raiders honestly are a very good team, honestly, and to only give up 9 points is very, very impressive. And I know you say that the Raiders shot themselves in the foot, but the Bears in general, offense and defense, shot themselves in the foot with some stupid penalties as well. Oh, yeah. So that can go both ways. I mean, Roquan Smith here, he had 10 tackles. Khalil Mack, 8. Ogletree, 6. I mean, those 3 right there, that's impressive just right there. I mean, Khalil Mack also had a sack. He had a tackle for a loss and a quarterback hit. I mean, he's coming along again. I mean, so I think the Bears defense is finally coming together. And like I said earlier, that's what's going to be – I think that's what's needed, especially for a rookie quarterback, not just any rookie quarterback in general. They need a solid run game and a solid defense. And I think if they get that, the Bears have a legit shot to be in contention, to win the NFC North, I believe.
We're not winning NFC North. We did it again. Unless we beat the Packers again, we're not winning NFC North. Nope. I'd give them no shot. No shot. Nope. Also, I forgot to mention Mario Will Edwards Jr. Although he's been an impressive player for the Bears, he had 2 pretty damn costly penalties, especially one unnecessary roughness penalty.
Personal fouls, right?
Yeah, where he essentially threw one of them was to Josh Jacobs on the ground, and that was just a killer. Listen, look, at this point, enough with the theatrics. Just stop with it, and just if the whistle is blown, just stop. It was no call to do that, and Mario Williams needs to be better, or Mario Edwards Jr. needs to be better. Honestly, like I said, dumb penalties, unnecessary roughness penalties, that's a reflection on the head coach, because guess what? Our head coach does not discipline players. He's over here yelling. He's over here yelling at the refs and stuff like that. Great. You're yelling at the refs, getting in their faces. I love to see that. But can you go chew out your player for once and say, don't do that again?
I did like seeing him chew out that ref. I did like that. That did show that he was sticking up for his players, though. I did like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, when that's done, you need to go over to your players and say, do not do that. You should not be slamming another player on the ground after the whistle is blown.
Yeah, I do get that, and that does kill you, especially in a game against a team maybe like the Packers, but –
yeah, the Bears had some pretty costly penalties on the one lone touchdown drive for the Raiders, but that is what it is. Referee-wise, listen, I thought they were somewhat bad this game, morely from the standpoint they gave Nathan Peterman a freaking first down when clearly you go back to the replay. He was stopped short on that 4th and inches.
Yeah, that was too, we reached out or whatever and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I agree.
The referees gave him a generous spot. You can look at the replay. Even Nagy challenged that, and you could clearly tell that Nathan Peterman was literally pushed back, And it's like, what the hell? Another thing I think the refs missed was the fact that when Josh Jacobs went over the top and scored the touchdown, yes, the ball broke the plane, but the dude lost the ball right then and there. I thought you're supposed to have possession of the ball as you're there. We're just breaking the plane. Eddie Jackson literally rips the ball up through his arm. Josh Jacobs loses the ball, and Eddie Jackson has the ball in his hands. And they still give Josh Jacobs the touchdown. I don't care what anybody says. I don't think that's a touchdown. Because Josh Jacobs, literally as he's breaking the plane, ball gets out of his hands. But I guess at least having the ball for the plane for at least a long 1 second, you'll be good.
Yeah, the rules for the plane and the catch have been in the gray area for the past 10 years for me.
Because you can look at that replay. I don't believe that's a touchdown. Josh Jacobs lost that ball, and Eddie Jackson recovered that, and they just gave him the touchdown. I'm guessing because they made the Raiders wanted to feel good and try to get some momentum, but then obviously Justin Fields shut them up by throwing some big boy throws on the next drive. But yeah, that's kind of it, to be honest. I don't know much else to talk about. Oh yes, Cairo Santos. Thank God for Cairo Santos, because he hit the 2 clutch game-winning field goals to keep the Bears alive and keep the Bears winning this game. I'm just glad we don't have guys like Cody Parkey in anymore, because we got a reliable kicker. Now, can we go build a new stadium so we don't have to worry about the wind every time? Which it should be coming in the next coming years, even though our mayor doesn't want that to happen because they want to stay in Soldier Field. Man, screw that. I want my own damn dome stadium. It's about time.
Chicago is not getting a dome stadium.
You
guys are too tough for that.
They're getting a dome stadium.
You guys are too tough for that.
The Bears already purchased land. They're gonna build a new stadium, and it's not gonna be an outdoor venue stadium. You want to know why? Because they want to hold the concerts, the Super Bowls, the WrestleManias. You can't have that in Soldier Field because all those events happen in times when Chicago's cold as hell. You build a dome stadium, you can have those events. And 2, the Bears don't own Soldier Field. So guess what? Whatever the city wants in Soldier Field, the Bears have to deal with. The Bears have their own field. Guess what? They don't have to give a listen to what the city of Chicago or the city of Arlington Heights has to say. Guess what? We can hold our own events, whether you like it or not. And guess what? Like I made this mention, I think, last week or a few weeks ago. Listen, the Bears, just because they play in Arlington Heights, doesn't mean they're not going to be called the Arlington Heights Bears. They're still going to be called the Chicago Bears. They just play in a different city. Anyway,
Matt Nagy, not Arlington Heights. He's going to be more like the Arlington High head coach.
Yeah. I just hope the Bears' new stadium is built. And if that comes built, I will quickly buy a quick ticket to Chicago to go into that stadium. I don't care how much it costs. As long as it's not as crazy parking prices like SoFi with $80 parking, that's insane. Please, Chicago Bears, for my sanity, do not have $80 parking. If it's 50, I'll be generous and I'll take it. But other than that, yeah, Cairo Santos, he's been a blessing. Anything else you want to say about this? Or I guess the kicker, or yada yada yada.
He is. I feel like he's a lot better than Cody Parkey. I'm just keep it at that.
Yeah. But listen, I think that's all we probably got to say about the Bears. Anything else you got to say about the Bears in review or no?
Not really, honestly. That was pretty much it.
See, guys, now that Justin Fields is starting, I don't have to rant for 20 straight minutes. At least I ranted for a bit, but then I'm actually composed. Now I'll rant if we get blown out. Next week we play our hated rivals, the guys I hate playing the most because they always ruin me and they make me go home and cry because they always find some way to frickin' kick my ass. And that's the hated cheesehead fucks from Wisconsin. Green Bay Packers. I don't care. At least Aaron Rodgers is done after this season. I don't have to see that clown ever again. So I'm going to enjoy these 2 last Packer games with the Bears. And guess what? Hopefully we can beat up on Jordan Love. But I'll tell you one thing. If the Bears want a chance at winning the North, they're going to have to beat the Packers regardless. And it starts defeating them next week on Sunday. Because guess what? If you lose to them in Lambeau and you're still leading the North, guess what? You have the tiebreaker over Green Bay because you beat them in the first matchup. So, listen, I think as a collective effort, the Bears need to play a lot better than they did today. And that goes from all phases, quarterback to defensive backfield. They have to play a lot better because clearly you saw that it took a freaking effort by the freaking Bengals to, well, lose, which, let's be honest, the Packers should have lost that game. Too many damn missed kicks. But I think it's probably better that the Packers escape.
Way too many.
Yeah. I think it's probably for my sanity, it's probably better that the Packers ended up winning that game, escaping, where they can feel good, because if they had lost that game, I do not want to have the wrath of Aaron Rodgers pissed off heading into Soldier Field, because we all know he loves to play the Chicago Bears because he likes to torment Chicago Bear fans for years. Anyways, at least this is going to be his last time, hopefully, ever playing at Soldier Field as the Packers quarterback again. And I don't have to see the clown again until later in this season, and then we can have one last game of Lambeau and stuff like that. And then, bye-bye, Aaron Rodgers. I hope I never see you again. But other than that, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next week for Bears versus Packers. And I'm not looking forward to that matchup, but hey, I got to deal with it because it's the Bears. And again, like I said, guess what? The Bears equaled how many wins? At first, I predicted them to go. That's with Andy Dalton. But with Justin Fields, I said we could at least go maybe 8-9, 7-8. We got 3 wins and 2 losses. So, yeah, hopefully for my sanity, we at least take maybe 2 of the next 5 games, which is Packers, Tampa Bay. I believe next up after Tampa Bay is San Francisco, and then the Steelers. I believe we can win 2 of those games. Probably San Francisco and Pittsburgh. Still gonna be tough games to win, but who knows? Maybe that can happen. Maybe we might get freaking Trey Lance versus Justin Fields, so then we can shut up the damn Trey Lance freaking dick riders. I thought
that might get censored on YouTube.
I don't care. Trey Lance, 192, 1 pick. All right, he was fine. Nice, good start. I still think he's a project. And again, these rookie quarterbacks, again, they just have to grow and develop. I'm not a whole Fields versus Lance guys. I don't know where that came out of the field. But I think it's because San Francisco took Lance over Fields. But listen, we got our guy. They got their guy. I'm good. I'm smooth sailing. I just want Justin Fields to be my franchise quarterback for the next 20 years. That's all I need. Anyways, guys, we're going to get out of here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. And till then, guys, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on the Bears win. Was there anything impressive about the Bears victory or anything that disappointed you? And then hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Chicago Bears content. And make sure I'll give you any Chicago Bears news. Maybe I'll do another daily Matt Nagy post freaking interview type of video where he says some dumb crap. And then I'm over here ranting on my damn channel again about why this man needs to be fired, which it's still fire Matt Nagy on this channel. I still want Matt Nagy fired and gone because I don't trust him. I don't. And then 2, it'll probably go up later to probably tomorrow. Look forward to me and my co-host college football week recap of week 6, which was a crazy week of college football. So look forward to that video. But other than that, we're gonna get out of here. Again, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there and doing whatever you guys do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Bears victory and we can all sleep peacefully tonight. So other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. I know my co-host won't say this statement, but for me, bear down, and we'll see you guys next week for Bears versus Packers. What's your little slogan over there in New England?
In Bill we trust.
Oh God. And Bill we trust.
In Bill we trust.
Jesus, we Bear fans have to deal with.
Do your job.
Anyways, bear down.
What's my favorite ring I have so far? Or what's my favorite ring? The next one.
Anyways, bear down, everybody. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, we'll see you guys later. Peace.